What's up, you guys? Here's another commentary from me today. Wow, I'm on a roll. This is like my 5th or 6th one today. Another MOAB with every gun, and today that is with the P90. Now, I've already done the P90 before, had it uploaded and stuff. It was on Hard Hat, I believe, but I did use my secondary. Now, the rules in my new MOAB with every gun series is like clearly state that I can only use that gun melee or throwing knife / equipment, whatever, like claymores and stuff. So that gameplay that I had on Hard Hat doesn't really count because I did whip out the MP9 silenced a few times. So actually I think it might have been a single FMG9 silenced. So it doesn't really count. So I thought I'd do it again. I don't mind. Anyway, I love the P90. I think it's awesome. So here it is. I mean, today obviously it's on underground, as you can see. It's got silencer on it. It's also got rapid fire. That's the way I like to play it. I think it's a really, really cool gun. With rapid fire, without rapid fire, it's not so great. So yeah, look, I think I'm going to talk a bit more about my beast computer that Corpse Crate and I are building together. Now we're actually building this computer ourselves. We're putting it together. Now, I've spoken a bit about it already on my G36C video. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and have a look at it. Or have a listen. And it's got basically in there I talk a bit about which processors I'm using in that system, in the new system, which isn't built yet, but it will be built shortly. Hopefully by the end of next week. That's what I'm aiming for. The cache is all there. I'm just waiting basically for them to get some of the parts in because it's quite a specialized computer. I'm building it from the ground up for encoding, like I said in my G36 video. So I'm going for lots and lots of threads, lots and lots of cores, and it's going to be overclocked and everything. It's going to be nuts. Because as it is now, like I said in, I think in one of my commentaries I mentioned that this motion blur stuff. Sorry. Oh, it's okay. I'm just dying here. Yeah, I think I mentioned in one of my other videos that I said that this motion blur stuff is pretty taxing. It takes a little while to do to the videos. Like going from recorded video to YouTube takes something like 2 to 3 hours. So I want to try and lower that down, cut that down to maybe like possible half an hour or 20 minutes. So I've really tried to build. We're building this system up from the ground to be as fast as possible for just encoding, not for gaming. Although it still will be a really good system for gaming. Yeah, basically I'm just not going to be using it much for games. So don't worry guys, I'll be sticking around still for a while to come on the Wii, and not be moving over to PC gaming anytime soon. So yeah, look, I mean, this system is insane. Like I mentioned in my G36 video that I have to buy these special processors, and you can actually use 2 processors in the same system for a total of 24 threads, which is insane. It's really crazy. Now these processors are special processors for servers. They're not even meant to be really used for like your standard, computers that people buy for home and stuff. Like you can't just go out and buy this system in a computer store. If you go up to a computer store and say, look, I want this system built or made for me, how much is it going to cost? They'll say, go to a different store. We don't deal with that stuff here because it's just too specialized. Really, it's for servers. It's for like businesses, and it's for like people that want to run websites, and like websites that have forums on them, and websites that have like all sorts of content and all that kind of stuff. It's like, it really is like a specialized piece of equipment, and it's as such, it's not really designed to go into like under a desk or something like that. So because the motherboard, the main part of your computer, the big board that everything sort of sits into it, like the video card and the sound card and all the processors and RAM and everything, because this board has to accommodate for like 2 CPUs, it's like huge. It's like 2 or 3 times the size of a normal motherboard, a normal main board. It's huge. It is massive. It won't even fit in your regular standard computer case. You need to buy a special case for it. And so this is why I'm not able to get the system up and running like this week, because I need to wait for like these computer stores to get some of this stuff in for me, especially the case. The case that the computer is going to go into has to be equally as big or bigger than the motherboard, because it also needs to fit in, all the DVD drives and stuff like that. So this case is like I said, like it's going to be 2 or 3 times bigger than your standard computer case as well. And of course, we're talking about 6 cores and stuff. Now these things are going to get real hot, so I need to have like really good air cooling in there. I need to have like lots and lots of fans. I need to have some like awesome heat sinks to put on the CPUs. I can't just put your rubbish normal little ones on there, because I'm going to be overclocking as well. So the CPUs I've bought, if you want to check them up, if you guys know much about computers, for those of you that don't know, I'm sorry, but maybe you can just like watch the video and pay more attention to that and just turn the sound off for the next couple of minutes. But so the CPUs I'm getting are Xeon E5645 CPUs. These are designed to work in pairs of 2, and they're 6 cores of 12 threads, and there's 2 of those and they work together. I'm also going to be getting 24 gig of RAM. That's going to be in triple channel, so it's going to be 12 gig for each CPU. And yeah, that's going to be pretty nuts. And these CPUs are stock at 2.4 gigahertz, and what I'll be doing is I'll be overclocking those. Now I'm hoping to get them up to somewhere around 3.8 to 4 gigahertz if possible. But it just depends on whether or not I get a good quality CPUs, if I'm lucky with the overclocks or what. And the thing is, you can't really overclock them independently, so if you have one that's at 3.8 gigahertz, the other one needs to be exactly the same settings. They can't work like asynchronously, they have to work together. So we actually went out and bought the CPUs yesterday, Corpse Crate and I did, and they came to like $700 for both of them, which I thought actually was a very, very good deal. It's not too bad considering that it is two 6-core CPUs. So it's not too bad. Oh wow! Just realised I got the m.o.a.b quite early in this match. Watch me die now. Like I said in my videos, I always die after I get m.o.a.b. So let's see if I die again. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, it's going to be a huge case. The case I'm getting is a Sigmatech Elysium. It's called the Sigmatech Elysium. It's got external USB 3. It's got a dock for like hard drives, so you can literally just plug an external hard drive straight in, not through USB, but actually into the case, which is pretty cool. The case itself cost me like $250, which is crazy. It's freaking huge and it's heavy as. It's like probably about 20 to 25 kilos just the case. That's how big it is. But I'm hoping that once this is all done, I should be able to have like I should be able to encode and render this stuff basically from, recorded to YouTube. I think it'd be possible to do it in less than half an hour, but we'll see. When I get it all together next week, I'll let you guys know how long it takes. But that also means that I'll be able to do better quality videos, which, I mean, it's not really a big issue now anyway. They're pretty good quality already. But in theory, I'll be able to do better quality and render it faster than what I'm rendering it now. Just because I got so much power behind me, and it's gonna be awesome. And not only that, but these CPUs are so good that they actually use less power per core, so to speak, as what my current system that I'm using, my brother's system, uses. Because his is like quite old; it's like 3 years old. So his CPU is built on. He's got the i7-920, so that CPU is built on 45 nanometer. Whereas these CPUs, these Xeons, are based on like, they're not necessarily Sandy Bridge chips. What they are is they're like the next generation Nehalem. So they're server generation Nehalem, which means they're the same sort of generation as my brother's CPUs, but instead of being on 45 nanometer, they're at 32. So they use less power and they run cooler, which is handy because obviously I'll be overclocking these things, so I need them to run as cool as possible. But I'm not sure which coolers I should buy, which heat sinks I should buy for the CPUs. That's the only thing I'm stuck on. I've got a few days to decide before some of the stuff gets here. But I got the CPUs already. I bought them for the main board. I bought an EVGA SR2. You guys can check it out. It's a freaking huge board. Like I said, it's massive, but it's known as like the best motherboard for the socket 1366 CPUs. And should be awesome. I really can't wait to get it together. But yeah, I mean, I thought I'd mention a bit more about it because in the last video I sort of got cut short. So I figured that's what I do. But look guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. As you can see, I got the m.o.a.b, the P90. I don't know what I'll put up next, but I've got quite a few to like still chuck up. I've got quite a few recorded. But look, thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and watch out for my next one.